Welcome, everybody, to the Breachers VRML Season 1, Week 4. My name is Nightfire with 2 E's, and I am your sole conductor into a top-tier Season 1 battle. Teams that have established MMR, teams that have been around since preseason, with players that we expect to perform pretty dang well this afternoon. It's Periphery versus Eternity. Periphery 3-2 so far on the season. Eternity 3-0. Periphery definitely looking strong. Team coming in since that preseason era, the Season 0 era, and so they're bringing in a little bit of that experience with multiple months of gameplay as a team playing together here. Obviously, some roster shakeups happened during the offseason, and with Eternity, we're seeing a team that is playing very well. A team that is just plain and simple on their A game this season. The preseason, they've been a powerhouse squad, and they are going to be a very hard team for Periphery to beat this afternoon. If we look at the connoisseur votes, the community agrees, although it is somewhat split. There's 6 votes on the side of Periphery and 58 for Eternity. I say somewhat, but so far the connoisseurs have been dead on or pretty dang close on these big voted one-sided votes. But I don't know. It's Season 1. It's a new ball game. It's anyone's ball game to that point, and I do think we can expect to see some very good quality gameplay back and forth this afternoon. We do have a lobby ready to go, filled with players. As you see highlights going on in the background from a previous match. You can catch all of the past games in the live playlist section, but we're also doing highlight reels and match breakdowns and shorts, in particular a new short coming out today. Already out, has a ton of folks tuning in. Some of my finest work, dare I say. Enough about me, though. You've all been waiting around for what is going to be an exciting series, Periphery versus Eternity, and into round one we go. Let's go ahead and, sorry, that's from my testing. We'll go ahead and reset those scores there. Get us back to a fresh 0-0, and yeah, I can't understand. It is going to be, again, an exciting back and forth this afternoon. Two teams on a fresh map, no less. Ship being that brand new map into the map pool of Season 1. Only Eternity's 4th game played this season, and only the 2nd time on stage. They had their first match of the season cast. I feel like week 4 should be an interesting sort of gauge of where this team is. I did notice with Periphery, they seemed a little bit nervous, at least in their at least in the Discord chat, about going up against Eternity. Maybe a little bit of expectations already set here for this team, but we'll have to see. It's to be determined. Still very early on, and yeah, it's all just a waiting game. We get to see what Eternity's going to do on their entry into this site. Already a little bit of guesswork, pre-fired down range, and the A site setup seems to be the play. I don't see any breaching foam coming down just yet. They haven't opened up any walls or drawn the team anywhere. A nice nade comes through. Would have been a beautiful tag on the proxy if they had not pushed forward. And finally, the first kill of the afternoon comes in from Periphery. Wanda sparking, catches a headshot on Penny. Pressure from Stanky on the stairs, and this is a nice little pinch they have here on this defense. There's no real easy route forward onto the A site. But I don't know that Stanky wants to get over aggressive, and maybe now they can, because they can push through that hatch, or at least push some rounds through that hatch. Stanky slowly working their way up. Oh, and a 1-2 tap. No, Ace can't connect on that second headshot. Stanky will live to survive. Proxy comes swinging in as Jai Guy finds a kill. Down goes the Ace. Chaos on site. Proof goes down. Proxy swings to try and find the refrag. Can't connect, and we're into a 4v2. But there are slices of health left on the Periphery side. Juice gets tagged up, and Proxy, trying to plant, swings out to catch one. Looking for the second. Can't find it. Jai Guy, one of the only ones with full health, gets the kill, and Periphery are off to a 1-0 lead against Eternity, an opponent that arguably has a substantial amount of community backing here this afternoon. So, good start. The best you can ask for at this point. And let me see if I can do a little technical work here. Apologies. Let's see if this does. Nope, still no mini-map. Well, we'll see if we can figure out a solution in between these rounds so we can get that everything working appropriately. But for now, at least, we're mini-map-less on ship as Roof Proxy, everyone pushes in. Let me try and get some control of the hatch. The Stanky finds a kill and gets killed by Proxy. Definitely a good opener, but 2 rifles still cleanly into the hands of the Periphery squad. Using that strong round 1 to buy into a little bit of an advantage here. Health syringes as well on those rifle users, so they have that extra durability. It does mean that, very likely at least, the rifle users are not going to be doing a ton of pushing at this stage. Are seeing I think they have actually 1 on B and 1 on A. Yeah. Tactical split. Good setup coming in from Periphery. They're ready and waiting. They're using their round 1 advantage the best they can. And Eternity is just taking their time on the B site setup, using that hatch to do a little bit of work around B site. Eventually they'll push forward here and try and collapse into B, maybe even open up that wall, which you see that foam coming down. And so B site going to be the play for this team. Jai Guy finds an aid through that open hole. And now 2 rifles are on objective. Eternity are not going to have an easy time entering in. Where's the rest of the squad, I wonder? Proof getting ready to drop in onto that hatch and full collapse into B. The nade comes through, but doesn't connect. Proxy manages to tag 1 or 2, and EMP gets tossed over to the ace. They may go for a plant. EMP, what happened? It fell through the floor? Oh no, something happened. They tossed it off the side. Proxy has to rotate back and is able to pick it up at least. Goes down as they try and drop in through the hatch. There's 1 pickup from Proof. A nice rotation from Festive Panda shuts it down, and the final kill connected by that rifle. Periphery are open to a good 2-0 start on ship. Against the squad like Eternity, undefeated with wins against strong opponents so far in Season 1. This is definitely the perfect opening, but we go to not even a full buy. Well, maybe. Yeah, they will full buy. Partial. 3 rifles, an Omen, and some utility. Yeah, they have to optimize their spending here because Eternity, well, they've picked up a couple of kills. But it's gone mostly to Proxy and Proof. Well, only to Proxy and Proof. And you can see on the other side, Periphery nice and spread out with their kills. It means that that cash dispersal is a little more spread out. There's a little more options as for the entire team. In comparison, again, you do see Eternity having to stack these rifle buys onto the players that have gotten those kills that have the cash. They were trying to get an EMP plant down for a little bit of extra cash as well and couldn't stick that. Late static emitter comes through after the wall's opened. And a pretty nice bit of blockage here. This offense does decide to rotate in from this A site. Well, they'll stick with 1 on the outer edge. Proxy maybe will set up to foam A. But I wonder, just kind of feeling out the defense for now. Door blocker, that's what Proof and the Ace are concerned about, getting pushed out for that door blocker. We, of course, can see nobody will be rotating out of that, at least for now. The focus will be over on, once they open up this A site. Smokes come through. Penny's going to try and work through that smoke. Not an easy task. They certainly could plant if they had the EMP, but they don't. Instead, the EMP is coming in from Proxy, who does get shot down as the smoke dissipates. The defense is all home. Another smoke goes down. They catch 2 through it. And the EMP sits tucked into the smoke. Wanda, Spark, and Festive Panda all here on site, and they've got it on the wall, and they've got it planted. Good connection from Stanky. They push through. Ace finds the nice refrag. It's 2v2 retake. Big connection from Festive Panda. And a nice rotation from Pennypacker, but it doesn't pay off. Oops, don't know how we got to this scene. But if there's ever a time to try and fix what we have going on here, we'll do our best. So do bear with me. Big clutch, though, and Periphery are up 3-0. Yep, we're going to lose that. Sorry, apologies here for the tech pickup, but we'll have it sorted. No time. My best to see if I can fix our map issue, but I don't know if that's going to do it. Nope. We may have to do that okay. I think we are sorted, but I can't get the mini map up again. Do my best, but yeah, I really. If you can believe me, Chad, I had it working in multiple test lobbies and then didn't touch anything between now and joining this one. And so, yeah, we'll do our best again to try and figure out what the source issue is. But we do go in a timeout. Maybe I can restart, try and fix it. Anyway. It's not deterring at the end of the day from what is a fantastic series, and we ultimately have a new and revitalized scoreboard that also does show us their levels that these players have been working towards. Kind of gives you an indicator of how much time they've been putting in those pub lobbies. We also do like that new cache layout, and ultimately just kind of get a better idea of the overall score, and off to the races. Stanky up at the top floor trying to be that early game deterrent. Might get the caught at the backside here if they're not careful. Proxy is flying in behind them, and they will get tagged by Proxy there. Very good read, and Eternity shut down the early flank / rotation on this upper floor. The idea being that Stanky either kind of tucks in and waits for what's going to be seemingly pretty heavy hatch play. And actually Eternity's first full buy round, I'm just noticing now as well. Rifles, utility, everything coming in on every player. Better safe than sorry on the swing as Proxy shoots some blind fire through. The team connects nicely, and you can definitely see some coordination here. In sync maneuvers pushing up to this objective. Eternity focused on getting back into this one. And they can do it right here. The full buy round. Tie it up 3-3 of these next 3 rounds. Nade comes in, but it bounces off the wall and ends up not connecting where they were hoping. Actually, that was Jai Guy's nade, so both do some damage on the other side. Thought it bounced. I thought it was the nade tossing that bounce, but as Jai Guy crosses B site seems to be the play, and we'll see if the defense rotates at all here, but they do have several defenders ready and waiting. The plant does go down. Festive Panda catches one. They're tucked into the tight wall as Juice covers over the top, and they do get the plant. It's money in the bank, and they drop off just in time. 2 left alive, and they may just allow the defuse here at this stage as they breach their way out and into a better position. I don't think I've seen the breaching foam used to breach away from the objective before, but hey, There's always a first for everything in this game. Here comes the EMP defuse. That guy gets one tick on it, and down goes Proxy. The next tick comes through, and Juice very well may just eco. Oh, finds one, swings in to get the defuse, catches another, gets the triple, and go! Come on, they get the triple kill. But it doesn't get them the round win. And do they die from a... What do they die from at the end there? I think they died at the end. And so everyone on Eternity doesn't survive. Oh, they lose the round. Wow, what a massive triple kill there. That's not what I wanted to... And ultimately, a very close round. I mean, this series has been a fantastic back and forth. Flash up those KDs again. And now they're really starting to kind of level off a bit, even with Eternity down 4-0. Obviously, off that last round in particular, with the triple kill coming through. Oh, just a shame that that round doesn't go into their hands. And ultimately, good work by the Periphery team for sticking in and getting that defuse. Oftentimes, that's where you'll see teams really kind of fumble getting that defuse. They do really sort of struggle to get those 1, 2, 3 ticks because of the pressure. But they had one player specifically focused on getting it down and focused on preventing that EMP from coming through. Works out, and Periphery by seconds get that round. Walls opened up very quickly here by Eternity, and maybe Eternity trying to throw a little bit of a different pace at this Periphery defense. And what have been very good attempts from Eternity just have not resulted in Eternity round wins. We'll have to see if another good setup with a pretty decent buy, partial albeit, with the 2 RCPs coming in, but 3 rifles coming through. Very well could have a chance here. Wand of Sparking just on the other side of things. Small, thin wall separates them. And a site being pushed, at least being prepped. Foam is down, and Nate is prepped to go in. Right as that's opened up, it goes to the back side. Doesn't catch anyone on a site, but pushes them off temporarily. Ace only has the RCP available, and the rest of the team getting ready to swing in, and on site they come. B site is in their control as shots over the top come through. Down a long hallway, Juice stealth in, catches one. Proxy over the top, goes down to Wanda Sparking, and finally the EMP plant comes in with Juice, cleaning things up as they circle around B site. Stanky with a pistol, and Eternity finally get around on the board. See some theory crafting going on in chat about what the reasoning behind Eternity here on ship is, if Periphery are sort of maybe the map favorites, and it was maybe theorying because Eternity picked side and Periphery got to choose the map. Hard to tell though when you're on attack. I don't know if you would choose attack first, but EMP's here. Juice on the defense will clutch it up. Eternity will lock in that round. And a vital one at that. That was their partial buy, but full send. They spent every bit of cash they had. And I suppose if they had lost 5 in a row, they would have had enough to full buy here again. But now they have enough to come in. Rifles in everyone's hands. Well, yeah. Maybe. I think rifles in everyone's hands. And maybe they can put up 2. I feel like ship does favor the attacking side more than anything, and so But like I said yesterday, maybe, or the day before, maybe that's changing. You know, as these teams get more and more play at a competitive level on ship, we're starting to see the defense maybe start to become a little bit more strong on ship. I don't know. I feel like I've seen more defensive rounds won lately than I have offense. So maybe I'm even wrong on that, though. It's hard to remember when you've cast so many games and all the maps blur together. If you guys think, and you're watching, that I remember even this game, it just blurs together. There's so many. I love doing it. I love going back and editing it and watching it and being in the moment and casting these, but it is so hard for me to track all of the matches I've ever cast. Ultimately, it's why I love the website. It gives us great stats, stuff that we can rely on, stuff like this that kind of gives us a little perspective. There's some shots coming in a drone. You can see Eternity has a decent win rate on ship, but at least on their attacking set has not been in the lead. Players dumping ultimately limited ammo through those walls in hopes that they'll connect on a defender or two. Through the doorway, and we have a battle down the long hall. Wandove catches one. Wisely does drop back, but maybe looking for more here. As Juice catches Jai Guy through a wall bang and on to Sparkening, sees them stealth but can't connect. They don't get over aggressive. Drop back and look for the alternate angle, and Juice will connect on that one. A good swing and rotation. Smoke down to allow for the EMP plant in it. Proof flies in to catch a couple of kills, but is shot in the back by Festive Panda, and it's a 1v2. Pennypacker has an eye on Festive's angle, so does the Ace. Ace has EMP. Panda just with an RCP. Money doesn't matter, so that plant not necessarily as vital. Ultimately, it just will force Festive to push in here. You can see the team pinging where they suspect the enemies to be. And there's Penny tucked into the corner. Ace also on the other side finds the kill, and Eternity just barely snag a second round. Both of those last two coming close, but no cigar, and we get a clean look at the scoreboard here. Pretty dang close on overall KDs. Double digits for Juice on Eternity. The losing team has the kill leader. That's an interesting insight there. Ultimately, all of these KDs and the cash that they earned from it kind of nullified as we do reset and swap sides. And so Periphery will attack. Eternity will defend, and we have 6 more potential rounds to play out here. Just enough rounds for Eternity to snag this first map if they can lock in a good defensive set. I love seeing little things like this. Jai Guy jumping off the edge and going safe, but just on the other end of their team, so that when they deploy the drone, it's minimal distance from where they ultimately want the drone to go, but they're safe just in case there's some crazy aggression here out the doorway and they're not caught standing on a drone out in the open. It's just little things like that, little tactical thinkings that ultimately can potentially separate your team from that next division. No one roaming up on the upper floors for now, and ultimately our first kill of the reset comes in on site. A nice nade also connects, and over the top, one comes through. Down goes the static emitter. Jai Guy has their shoulder tagged. A 1-2 tap from the Ace over the top lands in a successful blow. And now it's a 1v4 in a flash. Periphery not looking good on their first attacking round, and Eternity could really come out of this clean. Jai tried to find the headshots there and could not. One round away from tying this up 4-4. And again, Eternity have the kill leader on their team, so kills maybe even close to being in their favor at this stage. Take a quick look at chat, and I am seeing a bunch of folks hanging out, and I do appreciate you all stopping by. As a reminder, we do have multiple games live right now. Not sure why you need to necessarily go away from this game, but you could at least get another matchup on your second monitor. That's got Filibust and Heritage. They're broadcasting another very hype match, even higher, more votes going into that one than the match we're watching right now, and it's on this YouTube channel. I recommend, again, getting both up, okay? Pull both streams up, watch both, take clips, be a manic consumer of Breacher's VRML. Have a good time, like Wand of Sparking. Look at him. And ultimately just a lot of setup here from Periphery, trying to take a little bit more care in their initial entry. Doing a little couple of checks on the corner spots, and now ultimately pretty stacked up here for an entry through A. EMP also here now, so very likely push is coming. Ooh, and there's the ace, the first one to find some action. They have the rifle in hand, they'll connect. They'll find another kill. No, Pennypacker there actually finds the 1-2 tap on a Stanky. On the other side over at B, interestingly enough, Periphery trying to pinch in from multiple angles. You see the rifles rotating back and forth, back and forth. This offense trying to split and separate those rifles. There's a 1-2 tap they need. The Omen goes down. 3 kills so far. Not too bad on the eco round. But they would have liked a few more. Ties up 4-4, but I do believe that Periphery are anticipating full buy here off of their 3rd consecutive loss. And they'll only be able to partial because Festive can't buy into a rifle. So imagine Festive will kit out, or maybe the call is a shift to a partial. Yep. They were going to go full send on this spy, but even now, just hoping to do some damage, connect with some nades, maybe pick up a rifle or two from an aggressor. And the Marui got updated in a very recent update, mid-season. That horizontal spread significantly reduced. And a little increase in damage. I'm surprised we haven't seen more of it, but it is bought by Proof. Maybe we'll see proof that it is updated and effective, even in these super close quarters environments. Drone work to assess the situation, and at the back end of things, the rifle. And it's interesting, especially with an attacking side, when you have the rifle, you actually want to lead. big kill there. Jai Guy shuts down. Proxy getting very aggressive. But you want to lead with that rifle because if you're forward and you die, then your team picks it up and continues on your legacy with that rifle. And if you're forward and win, then you find kills. That rifle does, in effect, a bit of work. At least that's one way I've seen it effectively utilized. Off of that kill, though, there's 3 rifles now into the hands of Periphery. They all jump up onto that second floor and salvage that aggressor out the window, and as A opens up, this doesn't look too shabby for Periphery. What is the play for the defense? Penny on stairs, B site being open. They're really trying to split and separate this defense, making them rotate from B to A. Proof finds one with the Marui. On the back end, a kill comes through. And it really is just poking and prodding right now. This Periphery team just poking and prodding. And that's what you would do on a partial buy round. You don't necessarily want to full send your team into a Eternity squad that's fully equipped. Made tossed over. And then redistributed in. Bounced off the wall. Gets the static emitter, so could kill worse things. Proof catches another with the Marui. And they may end up rotating back to this side if the push does come in A site, but maybe they also will hold on to these rifles because this was a partial buy round. Coming out with 2 rifles isn't bad. And Penny on the far corner catches the kill. They are deeply tucked in. Ace is rotating, but I don't think they're on the right side of things, and there's no real easy way for Sparking to get behind Penny right now. Penny has control of the stairs. They're actually waiting for this rotation from Wand. And yeah, Wand is going to completely retreat. A celebratory losing dance? I don't know. Trying to get some momentum to the squad, maybe with a little bit of dancing energy. Praise to the VRML breachers, gods, who knows. But if it works, then you have to do it every time. That's just simply how things go. But a clean 3 on defense for Eternity. They are proving my theory correct that defense on ship is actually maybe becoming the preferred side. I really felt like attack was where it was at in our weeks 1 and 2. But I do think it's shifted. I think with practice, the defense has become stronger just across the board, across the league. Break. And setup phase. 2:40 on the clock. Round 10, only 3 left. Periphery cannot let any more go, otherwise the best they can do on this first map is a tie. And so this is a big round. Even then, it's only a partial buy. They'll get 4 rifles in hand. ZK having to use that Spectral instead. Oh, and Stanky lucky that as that door blocker drops, they didn't get tagged. A couple of defenders were eagerly waiting there. For now, the offense again, just poking and prodding. Using that drone to try and assess the situation, try and find any kind of early pickup or anyone they can catch off guard. Oh, the full send in, and Penny is here, but it was a wise decision to take the 1-2 move like that. Not completely swinging at the same time. That ultimately saved them. Stanky finds a headshot onto Proxy up on that top floor, and a nade tossed out by Juice catches him, opening up the wall onto A's site. Bush seemingly getting ready to come through. It's tied 3-3. A little blind fire there from Proof. Juice not on site. You can see Proof trying to just catch a little slice of an angle through the top of the stove. Audio transmitter doing a good job of notifying them that they're here, and a nice tap there from Ace. They'll be looking for more. They'll find the double, not the triple. The triple will be picked up on the backside by their teammate. And ultimately, Eternity one more round away from taking this map. They put up the 2 on attack. And that's to say that Periphery could do the same right now. Back end of the round, more money coming in off of consecutive losses. They should be able to get a pretty decent investment going here. We're seeing 4 rifles and an RCP, so pretty good. And their coordination has been solid. Like, truly, Periphery have been looking, in my opinion, very in sync here. You know, they're doing their research early in the round, making assessments, trying to find those aggressors early, and ultimately finding some kills. And I just don't, it's that, those tail end moments, those final times of pushing in and executing at the end of the round that they're seeming to have trouble with on the offense here this afternoon. While they drone and do their research, we can take a look at the KDs. 13 for Juice on Eternity. Only 3 more in the half. 11 for Jagai, and our first kill comes through. Proxy down the long lane is here and aggressing early. They'll find a double. They get a swing out, look for more. Juan will find that refrag. Juice being aggressive. A little nade comes up and over. Half health Stanky, but doesn't find the kill. And this Eternity defense doing a great job of making it very difficult for Periphery to get in. Ultimately, what I am seeing is a very patient defense. They do invest in 1 or 2 aggressors, but oh, it was Juice. Where did they find that kill from? The long hallway. They really have their positions that they're in. And ultimately, it's just a matter of waiting for the team to come into their positions. Ace catches another. It's down to Stanky alone in a 1v4, or otherwise, Eternity will take this map off of their defensive set. And there's no easy solution. There's no easy fix here. Has to get the 1v4 clutch and has to start it with Juice, but Juice will get that kill. The map will go into the hands of Eternity. And the connoisseurs, maybe we're feeling initially nervous with Periphery up 4-0. Are feeling a little bit more confident now. Eternity taking that win 7-4. It's too bad our scoreboard is just not working in these. I don't know what truthfully the problem is, but either way, an exciting battle here to kick off our first map of Periphery. Definitely out delivering my expectations, especially with where the community votes were coming in. I anticipated, to be honest, a much more one-sided battle here, especially on ship. But Periphery came in strong. They came in focused. Their attacking sets started good. And then Eternity put together 7 unanswered points. They go down 4-0, and then they put 7 unanswered points on the board to take that map. Pretty dang solid job, if I do say so myself, from that Eternity squad. And we'll have to see what Periphery are going to bring into our next map, which is TBD at this stage. But let's see. Where are we headed to? It looks like Factory for map number 2. I'll let the players know they can start whenever they are ready. And we may just jump right into our next round. In which case, I do want to take the brief time we have to shout out our sponsors. They contribute into the $8,600 in cash and hardware prize pool that these teams are competing for. At the end of the regular season ladder, the top 8, 10, we have decided to be determined. Top teams battle off against each other in a end of the season tournament, the postseason, as it's dubbed. And that's where we'll have a first, second, and third place winner for each region that will take away cash and hardware from that prize pool. That prize pool comes from our sponsors, who include HyperX, providing us with fantastic hardware like the HyperX Procast, a fantastic high-quality XLR mic that they've just released, Cloud 2s, Cloud Mix earbuds. They provide our casting team with a variety of products. You can actually see them right now over on the other stream that's live with Filibust. So do go check that out. We're also rewarding those to our top new casters of this season. So if you are interested in jumping in, there's still pretty much free game. We've only had a couple of new casters come in and jump onto some new casts, and so definitely some opportunities to earn what is ultimately a very nice kit for production. Big shout out to ProTube also for you providing us a sponsorship and contributing into that cash prize pool. They have products like the ProTube, the MagTube, which I like to use for all of my VR shooting. It helps stabilize your aim in game with magnetic cups to the bottom of your controllers that snap into place the stock that attaches to your mount, to your shoulder. But they have a variety of products, some even with force feedback, so do please check those out. You can get a discount right now by using code ILOVEVRML at checkout. So please do use that code. That's ILOVEVRML at checkout. We're also sponsored by Helga, the esports manager. It's a bot that helps you manage your scheduling from scrims to league matches. It's a bot made by VRML players for VRML players, and it's a subscription service that you can get the first month free to. If you go join their Discord right now, you can subscribe to their service for free for your first month, and they're also rewarding our first and second place team captains for each region with a lifetime subscription, so we really appreciate their contribution. Please do go check them out if you are a team captain in particular. It's really going to help with your scheduling. Last but not least, we're sponsored by Triangle Factory. They're contributing to that cash prize pool, but also providing us with in-game VRML branded gun skins. Details about those skins are coming, but do just be patient. We are honing them in slowly, and we will have an announcement maybe even next week about a little bit more of the specifics. But we still have some TBD stuff that we're hashing out, and we're looking forward to being able to provide those to the community. I think we're going to go to a brief break. I'm going to do my best to solve the technical issues we have here. Should be back in about 5 minutes, and when we come back, it will be wrap number 2 of Eternity versus Periphery. Don't go anywhere. More action coming up. Welcome back, everybody, to the Breachers VRML Season 1, Week 4 matchup. Saturday night fights. We've got 2 games live right now, if you don't know, but this one is Eternity versus Periphery. Eternity have taken map 1 7-4, and we go in to map 2. Eternity on the defense, Periphery on the attack to kick off the series here. And again, like we mentioned before the break, Factory is where we're headed. Bottom floor in particular, and do you think we may have any subs? No, not that I'm noticing, but I've been having they did shake up where they were positioned, so I may be missing a rotation in rosters, but either way. Map 2. Opening up now, round 1 kicking off, and B site being very cautiously breached right now. Periphery really anticipating Eternity to apply some pressure. A little pedal to the metal, if you will, out the gate there on this objective in particular, but it's not there. If there ever was a chance for a moment to, it would be on the pistol set where you kind of are equalized in terms of advantage, but the aggression here not on the menu for now, at least. Proxy is certainly pushed up and waiting. This entire defense pushed in and waiting. And Penny gets aggressive. They find one as they push outside the back door, but just one. The rest of the offense coming through. Proxy is here, and everyone pinches in on the B-side offense. Skills abound, and Eternity 8 rounds in a row now. They are riding high on momentum. I do apologize for the camera work there. A common technical bug where the numbers aren't associated with the play. It's all getting fixed. I can't wait till we get the new updates incorporated into the caster package. I mean, already they've done a great job updating the scoreboard, make it much more clear of what the information. But we do have a couple of requests we've submitted to help us, the production team, me, the casters, operate and run a bit of a better and a cleaner production for you. So stuff like that, but then also things to even small stuff that you may not notice, but stuff that I do want to see, like just even smoother speed adjustments for us. So to the point, Triangle Factory, a fantastic partner so far in this season, in preseason, and we really appreciate the support that they've been giving us over the course of Season 1. It's been super helpful. The gun skins as well, you know, it's all been a really good, enjoyable, collaborative effort, and you know, just hats off to the Triangle Factory team. They continue to impress. This update, also a fun one, very clean. No standout issues. The gun skin's a great introduction, and Proxy introduces bullets to the head of Festive to kick off this round. They've got the full advantage here with this Vezin going up against just pistols. Especially in these short quarters, but they will drop back as this trio almost commits to pushing through. And ooh, a nice swing out. Juice catches one. Wandove caught off guard from the poke through that outside window. And as the duo tries to attack, Juice will drop back. And Eternity really trying to, at this point, demoralize the Periphery team. ZK took the headset off. That's why they're upside down like that. Staying here, they had to go grab the pizza. It's Saturday night. I can't blame them. I want a pizza now. Sorry, chat. Anyway, making you all hungry as we're just getting into this map. But again, Eternity have been in control of momentum for a little bit now. 7 rounds in map 1. A big opener here. Almost a kill coming in. And a nice 1-2 punch over the top onto Proof. Unfortunately, not a rifle holder, so they won't be able to salvage too much off of that. Oh, they did have an Omen. Better than nothing, but not better than being dead. And the final attacker will be ZK, who has put the pizza on the dinner table, and time will be too late. They were going to push in, but yeah, that is a better choice. If you've already waited it out, then wait out the full distance and avoid tossing a couple extra credits to your opponent. Dollars? Can we call them dollars? I mean, it's got the $sign. I mean, tell me. I would say the easiest to attack objective on Factory gets put up here for Periphery. And they are a pretty decent partial buy, but it is one. A partial one. 3 rifles, 2 pistols, some utility. And it seems like, for now at least, there's a little bit of disconnect on the initial setup and decision making, but as I say that, they seem to be going right where they want to go. Popping open that bottom floor window and allowing the drone to work through. Make sure no one's roaming on that bottom floor. They're next going to want to clear out Juice's position. And if they're not careful, Juice can be very dangerous to this offense. Already finds a big headshot. Proof picking up the Marui again. was the ankle-biting shots coming through onto Proxy. Best Panda does rotate down, but are they going to be aware? Yeah, they saw Proxy. The callouts were there, so they should definitely know Proxy's on stairs. Are they going to be ready, though, for Juice, who's up here? Juice doesn't take those shots as they cross. They don't take them again as they stay crouched. Oh, my goodness. Juice just waiting for the better angle, and Nade comes in, pushes them back to Juice, and there's the sandwich. Look at the coordination from Eternity. Devastating. Back to the 2 left alive for Periphery. They have a minute left to try and push in. There's a lot of gunfire coming through. A nice connection for ZK. But a quick refrag evens things back out, and ZK will tuck into the bottom floor. Probably a better choice to just hold on to that rifle at this stage. 1v4 in particular is not going to be easy. Even this rotation a little risky because at this stage Eternity may be onto this kind of thing, and you can even see the ace is over here. Very easily hear these footsteps. Even Pennypacker pushed up down the long hallway, and they'll connect. They'll hunt down, and they'll win their 3rd round. A very solid job from Eternity. They are 10 rounds in a row at this stage, and you can just see the momentum very clearly in their hands. Periphery should be able to full buy here. But I do think because of how much they bought in last round, we're actually not going to see the ability to do that. I feel like the way we've sort of seen things shift is if you do lose 2 in a row, the 3rd round isn't necessarily you have to full eco the 2nd round. You can't spend anything. We've been seeing drones, grenades, sometimes some rifles coming in, and that'll cost cash. And so I think we are seeing teams experimenting with stuff, but you don't save that 2nd round and you lose again. Especially if there's no eco and you're not saving. Yeah, it's just, you're not going to be able to full buy until round 4. And even now you see because they spent on partial buys and didn't win, they just do not have enough cash to invest heavily here into round 4. So this could be a 4-0 opener for Eternity on Factory. That would definitely be exactly what they'd want to do here. I mean, obviously that would be the clean start. They go into round 5 and 6 economically in control, and well, there's just really no easy way here for Periphery to get through. This door blocker in particular could be very dangerous to work with. You can see ZK, as soon as they shot that trip mine, I think, they fly out the window. Whoa. Almost a botch nade, but Juice runs after it to readjust. Flies in and picks up a big double. The nade backs off their opponents perfectly, sandwiches them together. Juice is looking for that 3rd piece. They'll find it. Can't get the 4th, but they know where Panda is, on the roof. Nowhere else to go at this stage, and ultimately Panda trying to prey on the over-aggression from this Eternity team. EMP's down, though, and Yeah, there's just not going to be an easy way for Panda to win this round. With 4 alive, too, they are really set up quite well. Yeah, and I don't... Yeah, there's just nothing to do. Panda could full send, try and catch another kill. Oh, but even then, looking for the aggression, trying to catch Proxy out, it is a pistol versus a rifle at range. It's not exactly the ideal engagement to take. This is Eternity looking very good. 11 rounds in a row. That's worth mentioning for sure. After 4 rounds put up by Periphery, they have not tasted victory in 11 rounds in this back and forth. That is very hard to deal with mentally. You know, as a team, there's a lot of, well, I would say that conversation around, you know, snowballing in particular, and in a game like this, it snowballing almost kind of is encouraged with the way economy's managed and stuff, and so you have to be careful that your mentality doesn't snowball with your economy. That's the key. Good info gathered there. Team can work with that. Proof flies out, almost catches one. Juice is there to scoop up a kill, and a smoke comes through on the window to deter Proof. Juice could swing out to catch another. But how did they get the first one in the first place? Proxy playing the window finds a kill. Flying out for another is Penny. Jagai got to be careful with Proof here. This Eternity squad really applying the foot to the gas. And Jagai is alone and dead. Out the window peeks. Eternity pushing the offense. Catches the round, and they're looking at taking this one 5-0, pushing it up 6-0, and locking in a pistol round. Ultimately going 14 rounds unanswered. If they had just not let Periphery score in map 1, it would be otherwise a perfect series for the Eternity squad. And Periphery get a chance. Oh, not again. They can't even fold by here into their final round. Get close, but a partial buy going up against fully kitted, utility everywhere. Eternity is well, the least of their worries at this stage. Here, look at the KDs. Double digits for Juice. 10 kills on the board. Proxy with 9. Pretty impressive. This Eternity squad continues to deliver. No surprise that they are playing this well, especially when you look at the connoisseur votes. Ooh, and Jagai catches an aggressor. Penny Packer really trying to go the extra mile here in round 6. I think it is worth mentioning, though, that in the wins that Eternity have had, the scores are there's a decent amount of rounds being locked in. So maybe there's a path to Periphery here. When we swap sides, they could tie this map with a perfect set themselves on defense. But for now, this Eternity squad has the advantage. Juice up here being aggressive and poking. preventing Periphery from being able to set up where they want to on the hatch. A nade comes through, but good fall back, and a counter nade comes in, but doesn't catch anyone. Almost a double kill with the collateral there. But Jai Guy goes down, and now Juice knows there's one more. They may not have suspected Festive to be there after they caught that camo kill. They'll find Festive, though, and Juice 13-1 on this map right now. Perf almost, ZK almost got caught there. They almost saw ZK at the top on the roof. Nothing to do on saving here, but ZK will try and rotate to catch this defense off guard with a little bit of an alternate angle. Time's ticking, though. 50 seconds left. A tough series for Periphery. They kind of saw it coming. We saw in chat a little nervous anticipation to go up against Eternity here in week 4. But sometimes that's the way it is. Two teams coming in with that preseason experience, that previous rating, and how you perform here in the early early series in the season really do kind of just set you up for sometimes challenges. And I mean, that's the beauty of it, right? Is that you're not going to win every game. Ultimately, in an ideal world, honestly, it would be teams having 50-50 win-loss ratios, because you're getting matched up against opponents that are of the exact same skill level as you. And winning or losing is, separated by small percentages instead. But that's week 7 talk. When we get to week 7, we're really getting into those very those matches, that the matchmaking system's in full effect. It's working well. I mean, even now, early on, we've had fantastic week 1 and 2 games, to be honest. So, not to knock the early weeks of a season, but something to look forward to. When we get into those later weeks, you're really gonna get a tough battle. But a lot of me rambling, and ultimately a side swap coming through here with Periphery defending now. Maybe their chance to put up a clean 6. They'll need to defend perfectly. And losing one early isn't ideal. To be an A-site push. A nice nade comes in, catches one. A good defensive nade here. Rotation up the stairs onto the back of Ace is threatening them from multiple angles, and Juan catches that kill as the plant comes down. Proof's alone, and there's a good defense round. Periphery, after 11 unanswered points, finally lock one in. Wanda sparking, cheering, raising their hands in joy. And that's the start. A big round that now enables them to invest into the defensive set, picking up that rifle. And honestly, a lot more. Momentum can finally shift into the side of Periphery's hands. They have this chance to stack 6 in a row. If they do that, they tie this map, and we go to that map 3, where they actually have a chance of tying the series. If they win that 3rd map, Meaning if Periphery win map 3, tie map 2 and win map 3, then it will tie the series. Oh my goodness, some chaos on B side as they swing through the window. Rifle users still in play though, and so Periphery still just as strong with their advantage in hand. Oh, when Festive swings out, they'll go down finally. A kill for the Omen, but it's the duo here. That is all that Eternity had, and Periphery will hold on to their rifles, get a nice economic advantage and lead going into round 9, and Eternity will have to partial buy. They cannot afford to invest big into this round. And yeah, that is. This is the comeback. This is the start. Periphery ramping up. 2 big defensive rounds. And it's not going to be. I mean, they have to eco these rifles out or win this round to make this investment worth it. Otherwise, I don't think you're going to see them buying in next round. Yeah. They have to save the 1 or 2 of these rifles, or it's going to be a really rough, like 3 rifle, 2 pistol partial buy for round 4. And then we're going to see a very similar economy to what we saw with Periphery. This is Periphery really right back in it, but it's just a round away for Eternity, which sometimes maybe makes it the hardest, but they just need 1 more to take this whole series. Reaching foam's down on A. I imagine they're going to open up the hatch as well. Oh, they already have the hatch open. Door blocker eliminated, and there's the swing in from Proof. Stanky's still on the bottom floor here. Oh, and look at that. A great rotation from Penny to catch that kill. A site gets opened up, and the play coming in from Eternity. Oh, a wall bang. Festive Panda finds Juice. It's coming in, but not connecting. Pretty healthy Periphery defense right here, waiting for the trio, who have very limited kits here. Utility over the top. Penny here. Jai Guy finds a kill and a trip mine pick up, and it's up to Penny in a 1v3 to clutch this up for Eternity, or this continues to go Periphery's way. And frankly, it might be better to just eco this rifle right now. Oh, wow. Jai Guy really getting risky there. By eco the rifle, I mean hold on to it. Don't risk your life here. Let the timer tick down and go into the next round holding on to this rifle. It's 2,900 in cash. They have nothing outside of Proof. Ooh, this is it. This is the comeback train in effect for map 2. This is Periphery trying to replicate the success of Eternity, put on a perfect 6-0 defensive set on Factory themselves. Oh, and I said Eternity have high score. You know, again, you look at the match history. 3 games played. 9 previous rounds on ship. Factory their second most winning map with 64% win rate. Periphery's best map in comparison, but even a lesser win rate. But look at all the rounds played for Periphery. Between 5 games, they played a ton of rounds. And so, to me, it indicates that Periphery does not let up and that they get into that third map often enough. Because they're playing deep sets to play that many rounds in 5 games. They're playing 3 maps. They're playing 6 6s, 5 7s, 4 7s. Does any of that seem familiar? Because it does to me. 4-7, map 1 to Eternity. And like I said, the partial buy in effect here. But you can do some big damage with nades, so especially on this objective, putting a nade in the hands of someone like the Ace and having him toss it down the hatch here could be pretty good. See the Ace trying to stay loose. And there's the nade. I think I've seen this in replays before. You can't do it, dude. Check out the videos. Hatch is opened. Oh, this could be a big server room nade if it's tossed right. It's prepped. Does it go down? There it is. Down through the server room. Festive drops back in time. Roxy's going to go for the plant. And finally, Eternity get an opportunity, and a big plant comes in. A big kill from Ace up top to allow them to defend through the hatch. This is going to be a challenging retake, but not unless Jai Guy finds a double kill with a nade. 2v2. EMP down. Juice finds one, makes it a 1v2. Stairs are a threat, and hatch is a threat. There's no easy way for Wanda Sparking to work through here. But they have to. Eternity looking to clutch the series here with this offensive win, with this EMP plant. And Wanda has to push these stairs. They have to clear this top floor. And they have to do it pretty fast. They are running out of time to defuse this, even if they get the kills. They'll come up, they'll fight, but the duo's there in Eternity. We'll lock in map 3. Not 2, sorry. Prevent the map 3. And Periphery put in a hard-fought series there. 4-7 map 1, 3-7 map 2. Ultimately could not lock the W's in. And a shout-out to both teams for playing this afternoon. Shout out to our sponsors, ProTube VR. Use code ILOVEVRML at checkout for a discount. HyperX, use code HXVRML23 at checkout for a 15% off discount. Helga, the esports manager bot. And Triangle Factory, all supporting the VRML and contributing into the $8,600 cash prize pool on the line, in particular for one of these 2 teams. Eternity in particular now as they advance up and push that record, that undefeated record, to 4-0. We're going to have to keep an eye on this team next week because that matchup should be interesting. And ultimately, there may be another game live right now, so we're going to sign off here. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate your support. Please do hit the subscribe button if you are new. Check out the YouTube shorts that we've been putting out. the newest one just released today. We also have weekly highlights in the video section. We're going to be putting out some other sorts of short-form content that we're going to work on here on the casting team, production team, creators team, so keep the eyes peeled. If you want to join, we're recruiting. You can always find that at vrml.com/ oh gosh, what is it? Recruiting, maybe? Anyway. We're always recruiting. We have apps you can fill out on the site. And that's going to be it for me. My name has been Nightfire with 2 E's. I'll see you all tomorrow for more action. Don't miss that. I think 5 p.m. PST and 6 p.m. PST we have games. Good ones, too. So until then, stay classy.